welcome to today's edition of the program, Counting the Years in Love. It's so good to know that you're watching, and we're very glad to know that this program has been a source of blessing to you. Thanks for the feedback. Yes, this is a program designed for couples who have been married for years. In case you're watching for the very first time, we bring them here to come share their marital experiences with us, how they weather through the storm, and how they have the best of moments together as a couple. Today we have an amazing couple here that will be discussing with us. I'll introduce them after the break. I am E. Wonder. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, the program is Counting the Years in Love. And my guest today is this beautiful couple here, Mr. and Mrs. Enoch Macbeth. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so for how long have you been married?
I'm married 14 February 2014. That's 6 years now.
6 years, okay. 6 years, wow. So how has it been so far?
So far it's been bliss. Marriage has been very, very, very fun for us. And I've enjoyed every moment of my marriage up to this time.
Would you say the same thing?
It has been a great moment, but the tough time,
Okay.
which we had to overcome by the grace of God, and we did.
All right, so anyways, before we talk about the tough time, because it's very important in this program, how did you meet?
Should I take that? Or
Let me take that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
we met in a bus.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow, this is cool.
I was actually walking around towards, before you get to Aja,
Okay.
before Chevron, let me put it that way, after Jakonde.
Yeah.
So on this fateful day, I was not happy. I was so worried because the boss I work with, there's something that happened. No, not every time your boss will appreciate you, but sometimes you feel bad and my boss did not appreciate me today, which I felt, but I wasn't happy. So on my way home, I took a bus that was going to Obalende. So the bus was coming from Aja. So I sat beside him. I met him in the bus.
Okay.
But he noticed me that I was not happy. So I was just myself. I wasn't happy really because of what my boss did to me that day. So he talked to me. He was just trying to put a smile on my face, trying to ask me what happened. I don't want to answer him, but at first when I look at him, the way he spoke to me like a gentleman.
Yes, I was.
You're not anymore.
No, he's still a gentleman. He is.
Yeah, sure.
He spoke to me. They're like, let me talk to this guy. Maybe I will feel relieved at that moment.
Okay.
And really, I was. Because it's like God sent to me. He put a smile on my face then. So he was now asking me what was the problem. He noticed that I was not happy. I was in a good mood. And I explained to him. So he had to talk to me to tell me that, yes, there are times that your boss will last you. They will talk to you in any way. But at the same time, there are times that you feel happy with your boss. Just take it like that. Okay. Immediately he spoke to me. Do you know that when we got to Obalende, I don't want to go home again.
Like, seriously?
We were like friends at that moment.
Wow.
For the first time. I think we met each other for so years. I told him, I'm not going home. There's traffic. Let me come to your place. Someone that I've not met before. For the first time. I said, let me just wipe away time with you so that the traffic will do before I get to, because I stays at Yamo.
Okay.
I was like, I'll be going home. I said, no. And then I was a little bit small. I have a small stature there. It made me to be big now.
I mean,
he was like, be going home. I said, no, don't worry. Let me just stay with you so that I will just be happy. I went to his place at Opalende. I stayed with him. I was so happy. That was how we started.
Wow. Okay, she's very on point, right?
Yeah, she's on point, but I was working then. We just left school. Oh no, we just came to Lagos, and then we just came to Lagos. We were trying to put our feet on the ground.
Okay.
Then I had this job.
He just came to Lagos. I was born in Lagos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I stayed all my life in Lagos.
I was trying to put my foot on the ground, and then I had this work I was doing in Lekki as an engineer. So I had my toolbox with me. I was at the bus stop, and then this bus just came by, and I got into the bus, and I saw this beautiful lady. Then she very small. At the time.
You didn't get into the bus. I met you in the bus. Yeah.
No, you were coming from Chevron. You were coming from Chevron.
I wasn't coming from Chevron.
At first, I was at Lekki roundabout.
Okay, Lekki roundabout.
Yes, no, you met me on Lekki roundabout.
Oh, so you met me in the bus?
I met you on the bus.
So not that I met you in the bus.
No. You met you on the bus. So
at least we've been able to remind you. Okay.
So when I got into the bus, I just saw this woman. I said, okay, let me shoot my shot here.
Okay.
So I did. And before you know it, she changed her mind. She wasn't going home again.
So what exactly did you do? What was the magic? Have you got the miner's touch that you just
I was bad
changed
like that, like seriously.
Yes,
like
he was
that.
a bad guy. When I say
I was like
bad,
that.
you want to, no. When he talks a woman, he will fall. Like seriously, I was so handsome.
Please let me carry the hair.
No, it was, and he had sweet mouth. It was bad.
Bad like that, really. I would lie. Not about all this, I'm trying to be like. So I was bad like that. I knew stuff. I knew some stuff though. So
Okay.
I said some things, and she wouldn't go home again. So at one point I was like, they go house now. I said no, let me just stay here because of the traffic.
Okay.
So that's basically.
Okay, so when all of this happened, when he talked to you, said hello to you and all of that stuff, what was going through your mind? What was your first impression? Okay, you first said he appeared like a gentleman, so that's when you responded.
Yes.
So what was going through your mind the times you stayed with him? Did he say anything about going into a relationship with you?
No, not
you guys were
at
just
all.
gisting?
We're
Okay.
just like, it took me like his sister.
Okay.
Because he said he has his sister. My name is Melvina.
Okay.
His sister name is Lovina.
Oh.
So at that moment,
Vina.
he just said he took me like his younger sister. Friend.
So
nothing
that
else.
made you comfortable?
Yes.
Comfortable with him?
Yes. I mean, there's nothing like harassment when I went to his house.
Okay.
Nothing.
Wow. So not that bad, you
No.
know?
It was not
Good,
that bad. It wasn't bad in that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so at what point did you take the relationship further? Did you decide to go into a
Okay,
relationship?
yeah. Then when it now became a routine. So she would come all the way from her office, and then she would stop by at my place.
Okay.
Then let that traffic ease.
Okay.
You understand? Then I'll now walk her to the bus stop where she takes the next bus home.
Okay.
Since she stayed at the Yanowo at the time. So it became a routine, like, okay. And then some of the times she will come, and because you know how things were, and I will fight. Like, come, you're disturbing me, stop coming.
As a guy there
As
now.
a guy. As a guy.
As a
you
guy
know,
there.
like, you're disturbing me, can you just stop coming? Or can't you just pass?
Like,
You know,
seriously?
like seriously.
Okay, so is it that you were not interested in her in that
No,
level?
as at that time we had established a relationship of friendship.
Okay.
You understand? We're very good friends as at the time. And then because our relationship was not based on sexual intimacy as at the time. I wasn't born again then. So I used to have sexual other friends
yes.
who I had sexual relationship with. So more or less like when she comes, I would look like I'm trying to spoil this because she was very small. Like this
When
my
you talk
small.
about the small.
My friends used to say, "Your smallie they come, your smallie they come."
Them.
You know them,
Yes.
and
When the girls are around.
when those girls are around.
So she was like spoiling your show, you know?
No, I should know. She wasn't really.
Okay.
I was the one trying to protect her from not noticing that I was this very bad kind of
As when you say
person in
bad.
terms of relationship. I wasn't really. I was all over the place when it. came to relationship.
Okay, so you let us know, because you've actually not answered the question, when you decided to go into a relationship with her, as
in terms of getting married?
Yes.
No.
In terms of taking
You
it
said you were just
serious before the
serious
marriage.
relationship with
Okay.
her before you
Before
led to
marriage,
courtship.
yes.
You tell us that after the break. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll continue with the program. Stay
Alright,
tuned.
then.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, the program is Counting the Years in Love, and our guest couple today is Mr. and Mrs. Enoch Macbeth. All right. Before the break, you talked about protecting this the woman here. Well, you said she was small then. So, what was the reason behind that protection? Did you have any intentions of making her your wife, or because you felt she was so little and?
No, at the time,
Yeah.
The major reason then was I wasn't really prepared for marriage.
Okay.
I just wanted to live life, have fun, someone who, and then I considered her as a younger sister.
So, what's the age difference between the two of you?
About 5 years.
5 years, okay.
Yeah,
Great.
about 5 years. So she was more like a younger sister, a kid sister to me. So when she comes, I would take care of her in terms of buying lunch, do all of those things and all that. Then, you know how it is with guys now. So she now became a hindrance, and it became a routine. So she would just stop by, and then that was where we started having our small fights,
Okay, you want to say something?
I started falling in love with him.
Oh, okay.
At that moment.
At the time, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, why is it so common with ladies when we feel protected? I mean, being with a guy who won't harass us, because I'm sure if he harassed you the first time,
I will
would
not.
run away.
He did not.
Yes, so
Sincerely.
so you felt comfortable with him.
Yes.
So that
I trusted him at that moment. He's like, he did not. I was one that fall in love with him. I started liking him.
Wow. Wow.
So I wasn't looking at that.
Guys
at that
thinking
part.
that secret. Don't always be in a rush.
Yes.
All right. So you were talking. If I take it away from you, sir.
Yeah. So later she began to fall in love, as she said, and then she would begin to disturb me because the apartment where I stayed, we were boys. There were boys in the apartment.
Okay.
My friends and brothers and cousins and all of that. So she would begin to say to me, "Come, why don't you?" Like she gave me direction. She started to give me direction. Okay. When those days I used to be all over the place, as I said. Then she started to give me direction. At one time I started having frictions with the boys that we were together. Like, we'll be this small. Leeway go just come now. I can't tell you, see, you'll do this, you'll do that, And so she started to give me direction in life, like, you need to get an apartment, you need to just leave these people, you need to, get yourself, you're not getting any younger, because as at the time, we always thought we would be boys forever. So when she started to do that, and that pressure started to come at me, then the friction became even wider. Do you understand? And I just wanted to run away, because now depression began to set in. If she's not there, I would just go into my closet and I'm like, what this baby is saying makes a lot of sense. I can't continue to stay here and do alcohol and do women and do all of those things. And then, so that's a gain for her and for me too. So that's when I began to see the good in her. And then my own love for her started to grow, because now I knew really that I had a sister and a friend whom I really didn't have in
wife
Lagos.
material.
Yeah, so I began to see like this wife material stuff.
Okay, so for how long did you court? Okay, how long was courtship, and when you finally proposed to her, what was it like?
Oh, we courted our courtship was on and off. So we courted for
we actually met 2008.
2008,
yes.
Wow.
Also, I just finished school then. I was very, very young then.
So we courted, and then after a while, because the pressure was coming much from her, I said that at that point I made up my mind I was going to leave this country and just go.
Okay.
So she happened to be working in an agency where they do all of those kind of stuff.
Okay.
So she was the one even helping me. They're like, okay, it's even better you go, because I don't want you around these guys anymore.
Wow.
So she
Sorry,
started,
what did you say in those guys that you just
lifestyle.
didn't like? Okay.
Their lifestyle.
Wow.
They're not looking at the future.
Okay.
When they have money immediately, they can spend the money. They don't plan for future.
For the future.
So, and when I say their lifestyle,
Yeah.
is with them.
Okay.
So I want to take them out of those guys.
So would you say she's an angel sent by
yeah,
God?
I would gladly say she, at the point I lost direction, I lost focus, but she came and set my path back.
All right.
Like,
So what was the proposal like? How did you propose to her?
there was a gap in between. For about 2 years, this lady won't pick my call.
She really must have offended
Yeah,
her.
not really.
It didn't.
When I didn't travel again,
Okay.
I just left
relocated.
Lagos and relocated to Port Harcourt
Harcourt.
just so I could stop seeing those boys and started a whole new life in Port Harcourt. So I got born again in
Okay.
Port Harcourt.
Oh.
And when I got born again, I was like, okay, since no more women and stuff, that was when the idea of getting married, started to
want to
come in.
settle down as a man.
So I began to call her, like, this babe, I used to know, okay, let me see if she will pick my call. So she wouldn't pick my call for 2 good years plus. And I think
did you do that?
something happened. Let her explain
Yeah,
what
why did you
happened.
do that? What happened?
No, I think before I met him, I had a relationship then.
Okay.
The guy was in Lagos. Later moved to Port Harcourt too.
Okay.
I went to Port Harcourt to see him. Usual thing, I met a lady,
Okay.
but he denied it. So since then, I was like, any relationship out of Lagos State, once the person said, I'm leaving Lagos, forget it, I'm not into it again. So that's what really happened. And because of his lifestyle then,
You didn't know he got born again already?
I didn't know.
Okay.
He didn't tell me.
But you didn't pick his call. How would you know?
He used to chat with me on Facebook, but anytime he chat, I was like, I'm busy. That is to I don't want to talk to him. I wasn't busy, no. I might not be busy, but just for me not to disclose anything with him, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to see him. I would just say, please, I'm busy. Can I talk to you later? So later he woke up, I won't pick his call.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what really happened. So
it was bad.
very bad. I never knew he was born again then. He didn't tell me.
Okay, so you still not answer.
So let me
How
answer
did I
your question.
propose?
Yes.
Okay, so she called 2 years ago.
The way I called, it just God that arranged
Ordered it,
everything.
okay.
You are just meant to be. There's this guy, if I'm going home, I stay with my parents then.
Okay.
My parents are very, very strict when it comes to that. So there's a guy that was asking me out when he left Lagos. Even when he was Lagos, the guy used to ask me, well, I told the guy I'm not interested. The guy's name is Mark, and he is Macbeth, as in his Mark too. So on a fateful day, the guy called me. I was at work, that where I was thinking normal, somebody that called. But I was like, who is this person talking? And I said, it's Mark. I said, Mark for where? He said, the one that's still close to your area now, New Garage. I said, never in your life. I just called the call. Immediately, one thing just spoke to me, like, call him back. And I died his number. I didn't know. I said with Mark, his name is Mark too. When I died his number, he was one that picked the call. So I can't stop the call.
No, I now shouted.
You not shouted that?
No, I now
what's wrong
shouted,
with
what
me?
wrong
Yes.
with you? Don't call
I'll
my-
be calling you all this while you don't pick
Yeah.
my call, this and that.
So that was it. So
Okay. That
that's how we came back
again.
on. So I think going for 3, 4, 5 months after, I had something to do in Asaba. I invited her.
Okay.
His
So
friend got married.
she came for the marriage of my friend in Asaba. When she came, we talked about it. I told her my intentions. I want to get married. How about you? She said she was ready. I said okay. So
before then, there was this professional course I was handling. I told him,
Okay.
he was one that used to advise me, try and get this certificate. It will really help you. So when I now told him that I've gotten the certificate, the professional course I've done, I passed it, he was so happy.
Okay.
Very, very happy.
Okay, so everything was just falling in
In
place.
place.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So I came to Lagos to see her, and then I popped the question like,
marry?
officially, will you marry me? And she said,
All right, thank you so much. And then today you're happily married. All right, we'll be going on a break. When we come back, we have lots of other things to talk about. Stay with us. The program is Counting the Years in Love. Welcome back. You're still watching Counting the Years in Love. This very interesting couple we're discussing with Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. All right, so before the break, you told us how you've decided to make her your wife. You proposed to her. So how did you find out her ring size? Did you ask her still her
I
ring?
really didn't ask her ring size. I just guessed that this small finger here
Okay.
would be her size. And
Based on the small way
based
she
on
be.
the small way she be. And so I bought mine and I fitted this one here.
Okay.
And so when I went to her, I put it in and it was
Her size, okay.
perfect. Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, so when did you record your biggest crisis so far?
Our biggest crisis would have been on our honeymoon. We went to Dubai for honeymoon.
Okay.
So I hadn't understand the nature of our job at the time. So there were a lot of complications in between. As a matter of fact, it was almost going to break that day, but God sent, there was a woman who came, who was with us on that flight, who began to advise us like, you know.
What really happened?
Oh, you want to hear?
Oh, sure, I want to
Okay,
hear.
now, this is there. She was always on the phone.
Okay.
And like, we went for honeymoon. I've never even seen the honey for this moon.
Always
You know, she was always on her laptop. She would always pick calls. 2 a.m. my wife is on the phone too. I think, is this what we are going to be doing? You know. So it came to a crescendo when we got to the airport in Dubai. The flight delayed, so they pushed us to Qatar.
Okay.
So when we got to Qatar airport is a big city. So while there, my wife just went and said she wants to charge her phone. I started to look for her all over the place. I missed her. She also wasn't bothered. I was the one who was bothered. She was just somewhere, and then unfortunately for me, the person was calling her on the phone like my ticket to. They now met in Qatar. So I was going all over the city of that Qatar airport looking for my wife. So eventually I saw her, and there was this guy that I didn't bother to. I just said, okay, this is it.
Oh.
This is it. You know, so I turned back and I went. So immediately she sensed that there was problem. She just called and I came back. So she was trying to explain, this guy's ticket is the ticket I am trying to do. I don't know how, I didn't even know that he would be in Qatar.
Mama, don't you think that was a very big mistake on your part? Why didn't you explain to him the kind of nature of your job, what you needed to do, rather than staying away?
He doesn't
that?
understand the
Communication
nature
is
of the
key.
job very. I know.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand. And my phone went off. So I had to look for a place to charge it.
Okay.
So he doesn't understand the nature of my job. But now, even if I want to work till 2, he allowed me to do it. Understand me very well. So I think I made a mistake then, which I apologize to him. And it was resolved.
Yeah, an apology is always worked.
Of
It
course.
has always worked for us.
Yes.
Wow. So that was how you were able to
Resolve
the whole issue. That was a big one on your honeymoon. God forbid. Wow, thank God. All right, so if you were to turn the hand of time, what would you like to change?
With this one, I won't change anything.
Oh.
I've loved every moment. We've never had a fight that lasted more than
24 hours.
24 hours. And funny enough, the fights are always sweet. So we have sweet fight, like, okay, sometimes we just purposely ginger fights. So there's
You do
nothing.
that?
Yes, I do it too. Me, I do it. Sometimes if everything is too somehow, I'll just ginger one fight. So that they'll come and beg. You know how this is working. You know this is working. You know, so but it's been a roller coaster for my relationship, for my love life, and God has also been very faithful. You know, we had issues, long wait. We had to wait for a long time for baby to come, but she's pregnant now. So you could imagine that we waited for about 5 years.
Okay, so you don't have kids?
No.
And you've been married for 6 years?
Yes.
Oh my God! And yet you just said it's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster.
It can only be God,
God.
definitely. It can only be God. Wow. All right. So who compromises more?
I do a lot of compromise.
Really?
For her sake.
Yes. Okay.
You know, some days ago I was showing her her zodiac sign. She's a Leo.
Okay.
And so she was reading all of the things that
About Leos.
lionesses do.
Exactly. Yes.
Fire and all
Very
that.
stubborn.
So I needed to have understood that early.
Yes. Okay.
And so I began to do a lot of compromise. When she started,
Wow.
I'm a very temperamental person.
temperamental.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank God so far for helping your relationship. I want to say congratulations
Thank
because
you.
God indeed is involved
Yes.
and He's been faithful. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
All right. So before we let you go, just look at the camera, talk to the people watching you, tell them something, advice intending couples and people who have been married but are going through situations in their marital relationship that we don't even know about. But I'm sure from what we've said here, something they will learn.
Yeah, my advice goes to every other person watching us right now. In a marriage, you must be patient. You must be able to tolerate. And above all, put all in God's hands. Everything will work in places for you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I think marriage for me doesn't have a template. So you don't compare your marriage with someone else's marriage. Just try and do the things that make you both of you happy. And as my wife said, just continue to believe God for better day each day.
Praise God. All right, thank you so much. But one more thing. When last did you serenade this beautiful woman?
I serenade her almost every day.
Are you sure? Is it true? I'm lying.
No, it's the best thing that's happened to me. He's my best friend.
No, I'm talking about serenade. When last did he sing to you?
He does it every day.
Like,
yes.
seriously?
Yesterday. No, like jokingly. We just pick a song, start singing. Yes.
Wow.
I do that.
Okay,
I'm
that's
a
for you.
good
For
guy.
we want to see you do it. Can you just serenade her? Sing her a love song.
Which one I was sing that?
Anyone.
You are my African.
We can't hear you. Sing louder.
Girl of my dreams. Yeah, you take me where that mean. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah. Oh, don't try it.
You didn't try very well. I just gave you the applause.
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much for coming on the program.
very much.
Yeah, we've been discussing with Mr. and Mrs. Enoch Macbeth.
Yeah.
They have been our guest couple for this week's edition of the program, Counting the Years in Love. Thank you so much for coming. We really do
Thank you so
appreciate your presence.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
till we come your way again next time, I want you to know that putting God first in your relationship is very key. Yeah, every other thing actually still does work, but it's very key because with God, everything will definitely work together for your good. Till we come your way again, on behalf of the media and production team, God loves you. Bye-bye. I am E. Wonder. Bye.